Well, Guernsey made the decision on their ferry provider weeks ago and certainly outwardly have been keen to show a certain antipathy to what Jersey's done.
With all eyes now firmly set on a future with Brittany Ferries, Matthew Leach reports.
Condor has had a monopoly on freight from the UK for years, but now with Jersey's decision, that market share will drop to about a third, raising questions about its future, following very public concern about its finances.
Continuing down this route and the islands moving farther apart is not in anyone's long-term interest, and I fear that the populations of the Channel Islands are now guinea pigs for the experiment that has become the ferry service links.
Guernsey moored itself to Condor after the government loaned it £26 million to buy a new boat, a controversial decision that will forever be tied to this process. Despite very public concerns with Condor's finances and the loan to Condor, economic development have been very clear that these won't be issues going forward. The islander is owned by an entity that charters it out to Condor, and it sounds like if anything were to go wrong, this asset would come back to the island. And Brittany Ferries now owns a majority share in Condor, so whether or not Condor is liquidated or the branding disappears is kind of irrelevant when Guernsey will be signing on the dotted line with Brittany Ferries. It doesn't mean the future will be smooth sailing. Jan Milner is the former managing director of Sark Shipping. He says, while the smaller island isn't too concerned with Jersey's decision, Brittany and DFDS are going to struggle.
It's going to be a challenge for the ferry operators who are now working with a much smaller market than previously. I think the advantage that Brittany have got is that they've already got a network.
Alderney has its own freight links to the UK, and these moves by Guernsey and Jersey are unlikely to impact it immediately.
We get a freight boat over from the UK every Tuesday morning, and the boat comes again from Guernsey on Wednesday late afternoon. So virtually all our produce comes on that small boat.
The politician in charge of Guernsey's decision said today, "I have consistently said that a pan-island service would be preferable, but we would respect Jersey's decision no matter which way it went." Whatever happens next, Guernsey's government couldn't be more confident in their final decision.
Well, let's get another word from Matt on this. And Matt, you mentioned signing the contract with Brittany Ferries and news within the last couple of hours.
Yes, Guernsey's government have confirmed just late this afternoon that they have finally signed on the dotted line, as I said before, with Brittany Ferries. And that release reiterated once again that this agreement is with Brittany Ferries, not with Condor, who has been named as a subsidiary. This is a 15-year agreement with strong financial promises that it will provide the lifeline links that Guernsey needs. The CEO of Brittany Ferries released a statement in line with this afternoon, which says that this significant milestone secures vessels, berths and timetables and much needed certainty for all those relying on ferry services next year. Certainty for Guernsey perhaps, but in Jersey that contract has still yet to be signed. However, Philip Herman, who is responsible for the Channel Island links for DFDS, indicated to us today that he will be personally coming over to Jersey next week to sign that contract with the Jersey government.
All right, Matthew, thank you very much indeed for this evening.